Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This taken in right around the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Cousins. That's out to the flat for Akers. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. That'll go as a pickup of 8. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now Greg Dortch going to bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And he won't get all the way into the end zone as he's out of bounds, but not before getting it down inside the 10. So now just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Murray now. Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Here's Murray. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Connor. And just nowhere to go for Connor. Defense gets to him and they mark him short. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Rondale Moore. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. Hits a first down as well.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. A strong running. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll go Madison up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. To throw, Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison, 42 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Cousins. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's a give to Madison running right. Shifts by him. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Joseph now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Here's Cousins. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Murray. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Murray now to throw. Forced out to his... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Finds his running back, James Conner. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles. But that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown and just giving the football away. Pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters. But in this game, You don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
Throwing is Cousins. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. Oh, some strong running. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't...
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
And he'll get in for the score, and that's going to cut the lead down to 13. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Pass complete to Addison. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Murray. Out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, why don't we look at the defense? They came in prepared, an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This one caught by Osborne, right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The kick by Joseph is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get. And now here is another interception. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to.
There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. Will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Steps away. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Murray now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 1st down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. Prater's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Murray, rolling to his left. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Murray throwing on second down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Murray now. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. To throw, it's Murray. Steps away to his left. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's 2nd and 7. Murray again. This is Connor. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Murray. Being chased out left. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, now 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. They're going to run. Here's Connor. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll run here with Connor. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll look to run with Connor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner able to take this in from a yard out. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play. Let's call our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
the touchdown out is Prater to kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with it.
There he goes, left side. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And now they're in the hurry-up. On the handoff, it's Madison. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Going to run with Madison again. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cam Akers, 14 yards. And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On play action, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a Cam Evans. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so you don't get another one picked off.
And it's a determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. He'll go with Akers here up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now Cousins. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give to Madison. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Buying time to his left. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Here's Madison running left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But he's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's brought down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On the move, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray, and he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run with Madison. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Effort play from B.J. Ojulari to drop him for a loss.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 119 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he will have the Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 2nd down, Cousins. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Delivers on the crosser to McBride. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And Wilson with it, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And now here is another interception. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Madison. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Another carry now for Madison. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway.
Big strides. Look at.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.